Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another important video, and this is our third video in this series where we are trying to compare each scenario in Power BI and also in Tableau. So this series of videos will help you in learning both Tableau and Power BI skills together. So in today's video we are going to solve how to get max of average per EMP in Tableau versus Power BI. So this was the interview scenario question that was asked in Wipro. So let us go ahead and get started. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So first, what I'm doing is I have created a data set, something like this, which I'll be attesting in the description box. You can go ahead and download. So I have an employee name. I have some points related to it, and I'm calling that as average point. Some week number I've taken it as randomly, and then I have address as ADD. So I have some random data that I've taken. So for each employee, like say if you see here, one, two, three. This is per employee, right? So I have some points, same like our category and subcategory in Tableau, right? So I have employee and then some points related to that. So I need max of average, right? So I've created this data set and I have also connected them in my Tableau. Okay, and also I've connected the same data set in Power BI also. We'll go to that later. So just to show you, I'm just trying to bring that. I have four employees, unique employees, and I'll just bring week number also so that you understand how my data is. So I have some week numbers and our average points here. So okay, so which is again discrete. Okay, so these are my points, right? So now I want first average, right? So for average per employee I need. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to calculate so average. Okay, I'll write average per employee. I'm writing. Okay, so I'm going to use a fixed calculation so that our calculation becomes easy. So for each employee, I want to find out average. So before that, we'll try to evaluate if ours is working or not. So I'm going to use sum of average points here, which is our metric, and I'm closing the bracket here. Okay, so what this calculation will do, how to read this calculation fixed. So we all know fixed means for each employee name, give me total sum of sales, right? So here I have employee A, which has three entries, one, two, three. I need sum of that, right? So I'm going to write apply and I'm going to bring this in my view so that you guys can understand, and I'm going to make it discrete. Now I'm getting employee A is 190. How are we getting that? 80 plus 60 is 140. 140 plus 50 is 190. So our calculation is working perfectly fine, right? Same again, 100 plus 58 plus 68 is going to give us 226. Same again this and this 158. 100 plus 58 is 158. So this calculation is working fine. But what do we actually need? We need average, right? So for now, I'm just trying to find out what is my average sales per employee here, right? So how will we calculate average sales per employee? Our total sales divided by number of sales. Like say here in this 190 by 3 will actually give us our average sales, right? So I'm going to click on apply. We got 63 here, right? So let us manually validate that so that we will know how whether it is working or not. So what is the total value? 80 plus 60 is 140 plus 50 is 190. So 190 divided by 3, because 3 entries we have here, I'm dividing by 3 to check. So it is 63.3. Right, so this is how we are getting. So we got 63.3. So this is working perfectly fine. So now what we got? We got average per employee. Right now, what do we need according to the scenario? If you see here, what did we ask? Max of average we need. Right. So I'm going back to my Tableau, and what is the average here? 84. This is the value that we need to get as an output. Okay, so I'm simply using, you can pause the video and try to answer this scenario. If you have watched my LOD video, you will know this. Okay, so max of average sales, average per EMP I'm writing. Okay, so I'm simply writing max of, I'm using a table level LOD where I need max value, and I'm just taking average per employee that we have written. Okay, so this was the calculation that we wrote earlier to find out average So I'm using same thing, but I'm not enclosing any calculation here or any type of LOD expression. I'm simply writing max, which means give me max on top of this. Simple. Okay, click on apply. And if I try to bring this into my view, we should get 84 as the answer here. We got 84. Okay, which means our calculation is correct in Tableau. Now let us try to solve the same scenario in Power BI. Okay, so I'm going to my Power BI. I've connected to the same data set. Okay, so if you see here, we have employee name, we have week number, and we have average point. So same thing we have connected. Now I'm trying to create a KPI card here, or I'm trying to create a card here. And when I create that, I want to find out max, a new measure I'm trying to create. Okay, so let us try to call that as max per employee or max per e-name. So for this, what I'm trying to use is I'm trying to use summarize calculation. Okay, I'm trying to use a summarize calculation here. So because we need a max value, I'm using max x. Okay, and I'm trying to call my summarize on top of my data set, followed by for each employee we need, right? So I'm just calling that employee name. Okay, followed by what do we need? We need average of our value, right? So I'm just calling my average value here. So let us name this as average per EMP. Okay, followed by I'm just calling average of this average point, and I'm closing this and also this. Okay, so summarize calculation we have closed. Okay, followed by now what do we need? I need this average EMP. Okay, and I'm closing the bracket here. Now if I click on apply, we should get 84 in this. Okay, in a single calculation we are able to solve this. Okay, so you can use different calculations to calculate the same thing in Power BI. I leave that up to you. Maybe you can comment in the comment section if you know other options. And also you can, talk about Tableau alternate calculations to find out the same thing. But this is something that will help us in learning. That's it from my side in this video. I hope you have learned something new. If it does, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day.